All right, buddy, we are live. Third day out here at LSU football practice. They gave us you counted the minutes and I didn't, but looks like they gave us a short segment. We've got Tiger Stadium over our shoulder. And what'd you pick up today?
10, 11 minutes out here on a Sunday afternoon. Hope everybody's doing well. And I specifically honed in on the D-line and linebackers. We've got some numbers. We've got more in yellow jerseys. We've got more to tell you on this third day. It is always, Mike, I don't think people realize the grind of coming out here and not just practicing, but doing the books, the playbooks, and all that other stuff before and after. 20 hours a week, of course, when they start school and get ready for game prep. But right now, a lot of hard work. And you Tiger fans kind of assume that they're going to make all the right decisions. It's not that way. I kind of like that new offensive line coach already setting the tone. Kevin Falk setting the tone. A lot of coaches out here serious. A lot of coaches out here with a sense of urgency because that product goes on display in front of millions in 27 days.
Well, Falk was here on Friday, not here yesterday. And then it dawned on me, like, what would he be missing for? And then, of course, he's up in Canton. Alan Faneca, his old teammate, getting enshrined in the Hall of Fame. And that's also why Derek Panamsky, we didn't see him at practice. Usually he's out talking to us. But, yeah, it's as soon as they let us in, I immediately went and started focusing on safeties. Durante Jones was really working those guys, teaching them what he wants. And also Blake Baker keeps positioning his guys right in the middle of the football field. He's got a nicer group than a lot of people are giving him credit for. I think that linebacker group at LSU is going to be pretty darn stout. And, of course, added Mike Jones in the offseason from Clemson. And so I think LSU's got a lot of pieces there. But Pete's was doing a lot of teaching today. I don't know if you saw that, but I noticed today that he was actually installing some things and wanting Max to do, him and Garrett, some particular things that he was wanting to do in the short passing game, particularly routes to the backs.
Yeah, real quick, congratulations from all of us out here to Alan Faneca, class guy. You know, him and Kendall Cleveland got redshirted. You remember the story. Me and my buddy from the Palms Pick, we went upstairs to see what was going on. Of course, they had closed practice. And I said to John Reed at the time with the Picky, and what's he doing? Not going to play Kendall Cleveland and Alan Faneca. Alan Faneca did redshirt. Curly, you redshirted a Hall of Famer, so that's on your dance card. But, yeah, you're watching the offense today. Real quick, some defensive numbers. Ali Gay is in the yellow jersey. Of course, we know that Andre Anthony led LSU in sacks last year with 5.5 sacks. He's going to be a presence, of course. Inside, Joe Evans, of course, Neil Farrell, Jay Roy, Jaqueline Roy, Mason Smith. Glenn Logan has lost some weight, but he's in a yellow jersey. Oh, by the way, Savion Jones wearing number 35. He reminds me of Damone Clark when Damone Clark wore 35 his first 2 years. Sony Fanoa getting some reps at defensive end. LSU with a lot of bodies on the D-line. Andre Carter working those guys. He wants to be 3 deep across the board. You're going to play 10, 11 guys on the D-line this year.
Because we're in the shade, I can actually see the comments on the right-hand side of the screen. Your guy Paul asked, was Emery back at practice today? I made a point to look for that, and I did not see it. The running backs were dispersed on the other side, but there's probably a darn good chance when I get home and get my video that I'll either see him or not see him. But I meant to look for him. And
John Emery?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was out here yesterday when we saw him.
I didn't see him today.
No, I didn't see him today, but I wasn't watching offensively. Look, it's 3 and 4's game, and don't sleep on 27. He's a darn good a player, and of course, 21 and 22, Corey Kiner and Armani Goodwin going to get plenty of looks. See, you know how those schedules are once you start beating up with those running backs. Everybody's got to take their full share of reps. So running back by committee until somebody takes over and wins the starting job.
Yeah, someone asked about how does Bryce Langston look, and unfortunately, the defensive linemen are always on the farthest end 2 football fields over, and they never bring them close to where the media are. I have to zoom in with my optical zoom, and I focused on them a good bit today. I'll have that in our video on TigerBait.com. Guys, do me a favor, like, share this. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Obviously, we're going live every day at practice that we're out here and it's not raining. Orgeron has singled out Langston. We've been hearing great things about him throughout the summer. So we're going to see how this pans out. But ultimately, when we find out about guys like that, it's usually when it's time to see like who's legit and who's not. When we start hearing stuff that comes out of the first scrimmage or two.
And we don't pick up a lot of things. Mike's on one side, I'm on the other side. We're just trying to pick up and be your eyes and ears for as much as we can. Like I said, I'll describe this one as a quickie, 10 or 11 minutes. So, guys, we picked up as much. By the way, Bug Strong, Jared Small, Damone Clark, Micah Baskerville, all those guys getting reps inside at middle linebacker. You're only going to play 2 most of the time, 4-2-5. You will have the 4-3 at times. Mike Jones, just like Joe Burrow came in, they put him 4th on the depth chart. Mike Jones is back on the depth chart. You don't go to the front of the line on the depth chart. Jared Small is a guy that they like. He's worked his tail off. Do I think he's going to start a game? No, it'll be Damone Clark, Micah Baskerville, or obviously Bug Strong and others. But they make you work your tail off to move up on the depth chart. Greg Penn, the third. Antoine Sampa is in a yellow. Also, we'll update more yellows with our practice report, but not too bad. Did you have a chance to see if Flop was back?
I did. It's going to be in my photos.
Okay.
Russ Longway, y'all haven't mentioned linebackers. And again, that's because of where they're positioned. They're right in the middle, 2 fields over. We obviously we're talking about Damone Clark, got Baskerville back. And yeah.
Savion Jones, Philip Webb, and some others outside. I made some notes on outside. Savion Jones only looks like he's about 245, but you got a feeling he's going to play. By the way, if Brandon Landry and Drew Brees are looking for an NIL deal, I'm just going to tell you, folks, after 3 days, Jack Mashburn, number 30, is going to play. He's going to play the night of the UCLA game. Mark my words. He's a walk-on. If you're looking for an NIL sponsorship, Mashburn is going to get a strong look.
His Uncle Pat, who's always in the chat, is going to be excited about that.
I didn't even know about that, okay? Yeah. But I do know this. Cole Taylor is still raw and still dropping some balls. Jack Besh is going to get some. As we said yesterday, Devonta Lee is a big wide receiver, not practicing with the tight ends. So far, Besh has been with the tight ends. There are going to be some flex tight ends. Quite frankly, they need some stand in the ground on the line tight ends. That's going to be a weakness this year. We'll see what they do to minimize that loss.
Lamar Stephen, what is up with Josh White? Is he a slow bloomer?
Josh White was getting some reps in middle linebacker, number 10. So once again, man, you're talking about your 3rd or 4th on the depth chart. Mike Jones is 4th on the depth chart. Josh actually was the 3s. So there's a lot of depth there. And Mike, you really start to separate the men from the boys once you put the pads on and start getting into these scrimmages.
Dwight McLaughlin has really put on some muscle. Yes, he has. And a lot of them have. That's par for the course. Devonta Lee can be like George Kittle, Chili Vic says.
He's not. He's that. Look, you're having a hell of a Sunday if he turns into George Kittle. I remember what that guy did to the Saints on that Sunday in the Superdome. But Devonta Lee is a big right now, and it'll be interesting. He's been in the yellow jersey. We're waiting for the light to come on. He's one of those guys that probably wants it to come on this year, or he's going to get bypassed.
Your guy, Carl the Cat. Carl, I don't know if you saw the video yesterday. He threw some shade at you, or was it Friday?
Carl did? Good for you, Carl.
Carl Dunn. He says, how's special teams doing? Look, this past spring, I had a day where I was able to get Peyton Todd photos of him, and that was one of the rare times in all the years I've been out here covering practice that we were able to actually see kickers and punters at one time, and I got it then. And those guys are always even further out where we never get to go or indoors. So specialists we're just not going to get.
Congratulations to Carl the Cat. Once again, this year, his referee skills sponsored by Coca-Cola.
All right, guys, do me a favor. Hit the like, share button. I've got, I don't know if you saw our video last night. It was over the top. It was almost 7 gigabytes of high-def footage. I've got probably a similar size that I just shot just now. That's going to be up on TigerBait, and I'm combining 3 days worth of photos for a photo gallery. That'll be on TigerBait.com. Go subscribe. We want to have you. Like I always say, choose the annual package. You save 3 months when you do that. We've had a slew of new subscribers, and I'm active on the Tiger Den message board day and night. Buddy's been posting tidbits there, so you can check us out there, not just here when we go live. So go to TigerBait.com. We'll have all this wrapping up for you. Like I said, I've been loading these videos up, and I'm telling you, it takes the file size is so big because I'm wanting upload them for you. So those of you that are slinging it to your TV, it's looking broadcast quality. So check out the 2 practice videos from Friday and Saturday. I'll have that there. And I'm about to go back to the office and upload this one. Big photo gallery coming tonight, tidbits and more. And it's my understanding that Preston Guy has gotten a couple of recruits on the phone today for some recruiting updates. So we're going to have that all also for you on TigerBait.com. Anything else you want to add, buddy?
You said it, you predicted it, and of course, number 5, Garrett Nelson, has been listed at 190, so he's appreciably put on good weight since he signed with LSU at about 172, 174, and TDP is down to 223. Now, you saw him at the camp, he's 218. Coach O at the Rotary Club said 225. He's going to play in the 220 range this year, and to me, I think it's his job to lose. Emory, of course, both of those guys have a chance to be really good. Once again, tight end looking like the thin spot. We'll get into the offensive line and the depth in the D-line. Good to finally see some players on defense, linebackers. Folks, it's a long camp, but you got numbers. If you can just stay healthy, I like their chances to start this season 5 or 6-0.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Facebook and YouTube. Hit the like, share button on Facebook, please. And if you're on YouTube as well, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're going live every day that we're out here. And so you'll get notified as soon as we hit the live button. So tune in to TigerBait in the next hour or two, couple hours. We're going to have a lot loaded up for you. So thanks, everyone. You'll have a good rest of the weekend.